At this point, it's just low-hanging fruit. Like, it's just way too easy to make fun of gender-critical people. And that's why more people should be doing it. It's fun and it's free. When normal people get banned from competing with cis people, the reason is usually something to do with how people assigned male at birth are so like big and strong and like muscly and aggressive. The argument often goes like this. People born as men have natural biological advantages that cannot be ignored without making it unfair to the real women competing against them. So, when the International Chess Federation banned trans women from competing in women's chess for the next 2 years, the self-proclaimed radical feminists were celebrating, of course. Oh, happy days! Finally, chess is fair and segregated once again, like we always cared about. But question? If trans women were men, which they aren't, what unfair advantage would they have, biologically speaking? In other words, which skills does chess require that women are intrinsically less skilled at? Indeed, there is a specific skill set to the game of chess, and it becomes obvious that grandmasters have mastered every one of these. Visualization, evaluation, calculation. Tactics, strategy. So we're talking thinking, but thinking real good, making good decisions, planning ahead, and understanding both the big picture and being in the moment. Most people would likely say chess requires you to be a bit clever. So question again. If women were disadvantaged at competing against men, that would be because of their super tiny little brains, right? Wee little grapes rolling around inside hollowed out coconuts kind of vibe. Now, I don't believe women are less intelligent or capable than men, but people who self-identify as radical feminists do? Damn, what's a step above radical? Because that's me, I guess. I'm so high up on the feminist OT levels that I know exactly where Shelley Miscavige is. Miscavige? Feminism is when women be stupid and men be super smart and great at thinking. But what is it that makes men so dummy thick in the cranny? Is it the balls? Is it the dick? Is it the blood? Is it the Women and men are cognitively different. Men have better spatial reasoning ability than women. You're a misogynist and wrong. A single dose of testosterone to women will markedly improve their spatial cognition versus placebo. Your argument falls flat when applied to trans women undergoing HRT taking testosterone blockers. Cis women also have higher testosterone levels than trans women. Nah, your brain development since you're an embryo is not erased by cutting off your dick. So it is the dick. I knew it. They have to be able to do better than this. Trans women are biological men, and biological men are stronger than biological women. People underestimate the role of things like stamina and strong nerves in chess. Us, women, famously known for having weak nerves and no stamina. Tell me, how long and grueling is a chess match? And how long was your mom in labor? This is absolutely killing me, because if there's one group of people known for the virtue of their strength, it's chess players. Damn queen, this king is heavy. Let me help you carry it so your hands are free to like, comment, and fucking subscribe. Gender critical people will always claim that women's only events were always intended to give women a fair shot at winning. That's why they were invented to begin with. But like everything they say, it's not really true. The World Figure Skating Championships, first contested in 1896, was regarded as an all-male event since competitive skating was generally viewed as a male activity. But there was no regulations actually barring women, which is how Madge Syers entered, competed, and won in 1902 in London. Madge won the silver, but the gold medalist offered it to her. Rumor, nay, more than rumor, a good deal of expert opinion thought she should have won. Syers entering and winning against all those men, and a year later, the World Championships voted 6-3 to bar women from championships. And so women needed their own division because a woman was just too good to compete against. Maybe it wasn't that she was a woman. Maybe they should have just banned Virgos. Let me know in the comment section which zodiac sign should be banned from what and why. So how do we make this fair? What do we need to do to have trans women be just as silly as cis women at chess? If a single dose of testosterone to women will markedly improve their spatial cognition versus placebo, then what happens after I've taken estrogen for a year and have less testosterone than most cis women? Well, sure, real women are all lesbians who are into anime, porn, editing Wikipedia, gaming, and open source software, right? Right. So it's just transphobia and misogyny then. That's what it usually boils down to when it comes to discussing the women versus trans women in any sort of competition. At this point, the only difference between gender critical people and MRAs is that there are more MRAs. If you've seen my videos, you know that sometimes I do a bit of investigative journalism, a little undercover work, which is actually the subject of the book that I'm working on. Remember the concerned parent Carol Marinera? Well, when I set that account up, I used Atlas VPN. Atlas VPN is a tool that encrypts and hides your virtual location on Mac and PC, iPhone, and Android. And if you sign up for the big deal right now, Atlas VPN is just $1.83 per month, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Digital privacy is important even if you aren't infiltrating the dark corners of the internet like I am. For instance, if you're Googling something, Atlas VPN can search the web with real and organic search results, not based on data already collected on you by Google. I use that when trying to see what comes up for trending topics that I'm covering. Plus, there's malware protection. There's more than just a VPN. It blocks all the malicious links, ads, and trackers, and notifies you when someone is trying to steal your data. And then there's the big bonus. You can watch streaming services that are blocked in your country. Honestly, as a Canadian, trying to get content can be annoying. They're like, nah, you loony. This is not available in your region. But with Atlas VPN, I press a little button, boop, and oh, hey, now it is. I gotta love it. If you also want to live life unencumbered by digital borders and malicious tracking, sign up for the big deal. It's Atlas VPN Premium for just $1.83 per month and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Click the link in the video description below, but do it soon because, again, limited time offer. Let's get back to discussing trans people in sports. Why do they keep calling chess a sport? What is a sport? What makes something a sport? When discussing trans people in sports, the conversation is usually steered away from asking, what about trans men? Are they allowed to compete against biological maleness? Well, according to FIDE, not only can trans women not compete in women's chess because they're men, but trans dudes will also not be able to keep their women's awards or titles if they transition because they're, what, now men? The regulations state that if the gender of a player was changed from a male to a female on their FIDE identification, the player has no right to participate in official FIDE events for women until a further decision is made. In an interview with the New York Times, Malcolm Payne, the director of international chess at the English Chess Federation, said, "We are opposed to it because it is discriminatory. There is no intrinsic value to being a woman or a man when it comes to playing chess. There will be no change in the English Chess Federation policy." The Federation's Ethics and Disciplinary Code for 2022 states that it does not tolerate discrimination in chess on the basis of race, gender, ethnic origin, color, culture, religion, political opinion, marital status, sexual orientation, or any unfair or other irrelevant factor, except as permitted by law. But hey, I guess a little misogyny and transphobia has nothing to do with, gender. Let me call up my old friend Judith Polgar, who in 1991 was the youngest chess master in the last 30 years. Homegirl was 15 years old. I know a lot of people might be asking, why would women need a separate division at all? And you know what? There is a valid reason, misogyny, and a space free from it. But trans women also face misogyny, and logic follows that they would need to be just as protected from it. That is the feminist position. Have a space free from misogyny and make the open competitions more open by purging any misogynists, not men just have bigger, juicier brains. This is why I say that if anyone is actually a handmaiden of the patriarchy, it's gender critters. Because the logical conclusion of gender critical people saying men intrinsically have stronger cognitive capabilities that women simply cannot compete with is that in any situation where someone needs to utilize their brain, women should just sit this one out. President? Not with that tiny little brain, missy. Baking? That's all math. Why don't you, well, that wall hasn't been stared at in a Burkittsville's very own Blair Witch style for a little while. Why don't you go do that? A female surgeon? Not with those slow-ass response times and inability to deal with high-pressure decision-making decisions. I'd rather be operated on by that chess-playing robot. At least he can play chess, unlike a woman. Checkmate, fake feminists. Thanks for coming to my little channel and watching a little video. If you want more, which you do because you're smart, like a man, I said feministily, feel free to hit the little notification bell after you engage with the video so YouTube knows this is the dank shit you want to inhale into your brain. I have a podcast where we talk shit about dead people, very funny, and a Patreon where you can get these videos ad-free, plus exclusive videos I've removed from my channel because they're just for us silly little girls. Love you. I have to sit here for like 20 more seconds so YouTube can show you more videos of mine. If you had a larf at this one, you definitely get some shits and gigs out of this. Watch it. Click on it. Tap that